Good morning everyone, it's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video, and it is time to test out the new Oath of Black Flame Benimaru. So this should be interesting because he does have a very interesting kit. So very quick rundown, he's physical, he uses a katana, he's attack growth, perfect, whatever. Single target fire physical for 430%. He's level 84 because I pitied him and then I got the free dupe off the bingo board. Lowers the target's defense by 10% for 2 turns, so that's pretty good. His first skill is the orange to green orb change, and then the burn for 20%. Now I have done a bit of testing with this burn already because I wanted to figure out how it worked before we started this video. And it actually does seem like a pretty good skill if everything is set up for you the right way. So whatever damage you happen to do with any fire unit, with any fire skill, during the turn that the burn is active, it will then take 20% of that total cumulative damage and then just reapply it. So if you ever played Grand Cross and you're thinking of like Escanor the One's ultimate where it's death, where it's a hit and then it's a second hit based on a percentage of the damage dealt, that's pretty much what we're doing. It's definitely not as strong as the 1/6/6 because that's just double damage right there. But it works in about the same way. And it starts on the enemy's turn. So you hit them, your turn is over, and then the enemy's turn starts and then they get hit again. So that's how that works. We'll see it in game. And then his second skill, 400% fire basic attack, which will just add on to extra damage for the burn. And then also orange damage by 50%, which is important because, you know, we're going to run her with either Toa or Hakuro, whatever one, or the Orc, because he also does oranges. So extra 50% damage will just help you do extra, again, on the burn, right? So that's how we're going to try and run this. We're going to just assume he's there just to stack up burn damage. And you combine him with the free-to-play hero, who's another 10%, and now you're looking at 30% burn damage for that entire turn, which if you have a whole bunch of buffs, it can look pretty good. So we're going to try and show that off. His Valor trait nerfs Orange Gauge in Valor Cup. That's cool, whatever. His actual trait, when you have 3 or more characters, increases skill points by 2 every 2 turns. And then, you know, if you get him up to 92, it's 4 points every 2 turns. And then if you get him 6-star, it's 15% defense down on his ult. And then he needs Hero to increase his Pierce power by 4%, and he is a self-buffer. So with that out of the way, let's move into our first test, which is going to be the Predator battle, because I want to show off the burn in its full capacity. Alright, so this is the team we're going to use. We're going to use Rimuru for his attack buff, Fire Milim for her crit, Fire Guy for his ult buff, and, you know, crit resistance down, which combines with Milim, and then Benimaru and Hero. So I'm not going to put you through the entire run, but I'm going to bring you to the turn where everything is set up and you can see the burn in action. So we're going to try and get triple buff on Benimaru, use a full 6-card send, get as much damage as possible, and then see how much the burn damage actually does. Okay, so we are here, we're on turn 6, we have ults for everybody. We're going to start using the burn skill now. So Benimaru's burn skill lasts for 3 turns, and it is essentially whatever damage you do on that turn will then be 20% of that reapplied. So let's go ahead and orb change with him here. We'll put the burn on, so 20%. We're going to set up for next turn by using the crit buff on Milim, and then we're going to swap Benimaru and Milim out. That way we have 2 single target damage dealers. But we're going to leave Guy in, so you can see kind of how the burn works for this turn, and then compare how much damage it does the next turn. So we have an okay hand right here, right? It's not the best thing in the world, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to ult with Guy, who has a crit buff on, and then we're going to send one not fire orb, which is not going to calculate into the burn because it's not a fire attack. But we're going to do this. So now the ult does 17,000 damage, and then that doesn't matter. This does, and this does. So now you can see the burn, 5,300 damage. It took 20% of the total amount of damage that we did from the ult and the 2 orbs from Guy and Hero. And 20% of that was reapplied to the enemy at the start of its turn. So now, once we get up to enough points, and we will still have the burn active, hopefully. Yeah, we'll do this. This should be enough damage, right? Alright, so there's another burn for 3,300 damage, so we did considerably less because we didn't ult there. So the burn damage went down, which shows that it recalculates the damage you apply every single turn that burn is active. So it's not like you put burn on and then whatever damage you do during the first turn, it's stuck there. No, it can vary based on how much fire damage you apply on each individual turn that the burn is there. So this is the last turn that burn is active. I don't think we have enough to use all the buffs though, which is kind of unfortunate. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of make do with what we can. So let's go ahead and ult buff with Guy. So now Benimaru and Milim in the back have an ult buff and a crit buff. So let's then bring in Benimaru for Rimuru, since we're not going to use his attack buff this turn. And let's bring Milim in for... Oh, Guy doesn't have orbs. So let's do this. Let's give ourselves 40 points. Alright. And then let's use the additional 10% burn from Hero. So this is now 30% burn damage. And then we'll use the 400% instant damage and also 50% damage increase on oranges. So physical attack burn 13.9, so that will be factored into the actual burn stat. And then we'll bring Milim in for Hero. And then we'll have an entire 6-card send, 2 ults that are double boosted, and then we'll compare how much damage that we did on the first couple turns of burn versus this turn of burn with a whole bunch of stuff going on. So we're going to send Benimaru first because he lowers defense, which will let Milim hit just a little bit harder. And now we shall compare. Benimaru does 44,000. Milim does 39,000, so relatively close. 9, 9, 10, and then the 200% orb does 21,000. And now the burn, 44,000 damage right there. 30% of all the damage we did during that turn was 44,000. So we did essentially another ult. Like that was 3 ults, because Milim and they've hit around 40k, right? So that was essentially 3 ults right there. Which, on paper, it's very confusing. If you were to just read that and be like, what the fuck does it do? Here you go. That's what it does. And if you can get 30%, maybe the next couple characters come out will also do burn, so you can get up to like 50% burn damage or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But if it does, that opens up a lot of possibilities for just extra damage after your turn is over. And what we're going to test out is that next, I'm going to bring Velzard in here instead of Rimuru and try and get Frostbite on and see if we can make that go up even a little bit more. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're ready to go. It took a while because the game refused to give me Milim orbs, but we have 96 points, double Toa, and already full hand of oranges. We've already got Benimaru's burn active, so we just need to buff with this and the instant damage. So we've boosted the ult, 13,000 damage right there. We've buffed the oranges, so let's go ahead and use Toa. Give us more points. And then we will use Milim's crit. Actually, let's not use Milim's crit yet. Let's do Frostbite first, because Guy has served this purpose. So let's put Frostbite on now with the old Velzard. I mean, you could use either Velzard, whatever. And then let's bring Hero in for Velzard. And then we will use the extra burn on Hero. And that should be everything, right? No, we still need to use Milim's buff, which we have another Toa meter for that. So let's do that. Alright, good, good, good. There we go. Okay, so let's check what the spider has now. Burned damage 10%, burned 20%. Okay, so because it's a purple effect and not a red true debuff, Frostbite does not affect burn. Okay, that's good to know. It affects, the others, so the defense down, the crit resistance down, and the physical attack resistance down. Those do get, increased because of Frostbite, but burn status will remain at its current value, 20 and 10. Okay, so there's no point in bringing Velzard, we've learned that, but this is a good turn, so let's just do the burn anyways, and we'll see how much we actually do. So, Benimaru, Milim, Toa, or no, Hero. mill him. No Benimaru orbs that hand, unfortunate. 45,600. 40,000. The burn will be a little bit more because we're doing a little bit more because of the debuffs, but it won't be. It'll be like another 46,000 damage probably, maybe less. 42,000. Okay, still, it's essentially a third ult right there. It takes a bit of setup, I admit, but it's kind of worth it, especially if we get some extra supports for this team that has like the fire attack up, like most units will get during a meta. If we get some more stacks of burn, so that could be 40, 50% burn, that's going to be really nice if we can just buff up Benimaru, or maybe he's not even the DPS for this meta. Who knows? He might just be the top burner. I don't know. We'll find out in the next couple weeks, but let's move on to an actual fight where we're not just setting up for 11 turns, and we'll see what his actual output is. Alright, so real world showcase, we're going to take this team into EX Golem. You know, not the hardest stage, but, you know, it does have a time limit, right? 5 turns before he just wipes you. He does have the stun, so we're bringing Shizu just in case we need to use that to avoid being stunned on turn 5. But we know what Hakuro can do in the stage with the old fire team, right? It can clear it. So I have no doubt in my mind that with a new, good, single target DPS, that Toa being better Hakuro and Benimaru being better DPS than old Benimaru, this will work out. So let's just go ahead and stomp this stage. We'll go into a Crucible mission or something. I don't know what the furthest stage of Crucible for a fire team is, but we'll figure that out when we get there. And then the next video, I'll do a video for EX2 Tempered Edge, because that looks to be pretty entertaining, and not in a good way. Especially with the knowledge that we're going to get 3 more difficulties of that stage, because, yeah, it might get a little rough. Okay, well, perfect. Turn 1, let's just use Shizu, and then we'll bring Benimaru in for Millum. Yeah, Millum, because she's not going to be our primary nuker. Alright, cool. And then we'll just do this. Gets us a protection meter for Toa, so next turn we can have another probably full 6-card send. We're doing a crazy amount of damage already, so... Are we going to kill turn 2? We might kill turn 2. Yeah, we got a counter. I mean... So we have 100 skill points. We could kill turn 2. I'm gonna try that actually. Hold on. Okay, so this will give us exactly 100. So there's no real downside of using this now. Okay, let's use this, that. Ooh, we can't use this burn though. We can hold for another turn though, right? Yeah. So, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have used that yet. No, we're still gonna try it. So we're still gonna burn for 10%. We're gonna instant damage for 400 and boost the oranges. This does 15,500 damage, and okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be safe. Let's bring Millum in for Hero, who has no orbs. Let's use the crit, and then let's giggle a little bit. So, even if he somehow does not die from this, the burn damage will kill him. In fact, how much health do you have? You have 48,000. We have just crits on. I kind of want to do this and see if this will kill him with burn. Maybe another orb? No, let's just do this. Alright, we might kill anyways, hold on. Oh, he's dead, okay. Well, that was hard. Alright, cool. EX Golem. Get shit on. Not the best example of, I guess, his usefulness, but, I mean... Hey, it works, right? Like I said, we know what Hakuro can do in the stage, and we know what old Benimaru can do. These are just huge upgrades to those 2 units, so of course this stage is going to be just a joke. Alright, let's go find a Crucible mission or something. Okay, so last part of the video, We're going to go into Crucible 95 versus Earth Romaris. And we're going to use this team. It's the same team, but we've swapped Gobta and Shizu around. Gobta being, with his personal crit buff, will end single target damage, may actually help us do a bit more on the burn from Benimaru and Hero if we have a triple ult, and if Rommers can live a triple ult is the important part. Because as we saw, that Golem could not live anything. So hopefully, being stage 95 in Crucible, this will take a little bit longer to beat than 2 turns. It is in the same exact location though. Alright, Romaris, what do you got? She nerfs greens, which, Benimaru is changing into, but then Toa is changing out of. So, okay, we can use Millim's Orb Change here, and actually get Toa online next turn. So let's take you out, because Hero's not our damage dealer. Let's do this, and we'll see how much damage we do against this Romaris. I know she also heals. Oh. Maybe it'll take 3 turns, because we didn't get an ult. Okay, well, that's hilarious. Let's use the burn for funsies, because this should get us Benimaru's ult next turn. All right, so there's that. Ooh, no. Okay, so we'll leave it like this. All right, so there's Benimaru's ult. We have max points, so we can use everything again next turn. If she lives. If she lives the ult, we're going to try and get the burn to kill her, which I don't think she is. Well, there's a burn right there. She healed. Okay, she has guard now. She has defense. Maybe. Okay, this can work out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well that's not what I wanted to see. Let's let's just get you out of here for now, and we'll send all these crappy greens. Alright. Super guard, weak points, guard. Alright. Okay, this is a good place to test it, because she does that. 285 burn damage, because we didn't do jack crap that turn. We've got these coming. We can get Millim's ult here. Okay. There's 910 burn. Alright, now her defenses are gone. We have a whole bunch of blues, so... But the burn is also off. Unfortunate. Let's still try it anyways. So let's take actually, let's... No, because... Actually, hold on. No? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, let's take Guy out for Hero. Let's get his burn on. Get the burn on. Cool. So there's 10%, and physical resistance down. Let's get Benimaru in for... I guess it doesn't really matter, they all have one orb. For Hero. Alright, and then we will crit buff, instant damage. How much does this do? 15.5? Alright, so we're going to just send these 2 ults and see if this kills her. And if it doesn't, then maybe the burn will. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, okay. Old fire stages. Not up to snuff. Sure. Hold on. Alright, we're just going to call it there. I think the most important aspect of this video was explaining what burn does, and that was like half the video. So I think that really kind of gives credit to what he can do. Obviously, there are a couple other stages we can test out. EX Tempered Edge, we'll do a video for. Also, the Mushroom, the EX Challenge quest that you're supposed to use the fire team on that came out a while ago. I never put out a video for it because I was waiting for the new fire meta to start to see how well it does. So that will definitely be its own video, and that will be another place where we can really test the burn damage in this Benimaru and Toa combo. But I think we've accomplished what I wanted to today, which is explain burn in the easiest way possible. So let me know what you guys think of this new Benimaru. Do you think he's, just a wonky kind of guy and it's not really worth it? Or do you actually like his burn ability? Let me know in the comments below, but that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.